What's up, my gamers? This is IDOLWILD, and welcome to, we're going to call this a testing video. What we're testing today is the secure pass blocker chemistry, because when you look at the description of it, you see that the ability chemistry is that it prevents pass rushers from getting any quick pass rush wins. And that's vague, that's pretty vague to me and a couple other members of the community, so I figured I'd test it out. We're going to use campus hero Jake Long, and we're also going to use the normal tackle without that chemistry, Alejandro Villanueva, because with the chemistry boost, they both have 92 pass block. Now, what we did was that we used the defensive lineman against Jake Long, and then we also let the CPU pass rush against Jake Long. One thing, and we also let them pass rush against Villanueva as well. We used three different defense pass rushers. We used BCA Jerry Hughes, we use Mosphere Olivier Vernon, and we use the milestone team of the week Cameron Wake because he has the jump to snap chemistry. One thing I do regret about this testing video is that I was on offense and I should have been on defense so that we can see whether, so that I can show you guys whether the snap jump was late, perfect, or anything like that. But I mean, I know if it was perfect or late, so I'll be able to tell you. It's just that I wish that I was on defense so that you guys actually see it pop up on the screen. So we're going to take a look at the pass rushers real quick that we're going to use for this testing video. So for the normal power move right in, we're going to use the Mosphere Olivier Vernon, who has 93 power move. For finesse move, we're going to use the 85 overall BCA Jerry Hughes because he has a 92 finesse move. And for the jump to snap player, we're going to use the milestones version of the team of the week Cameron Wake. He has a 93 power move, and the jump to snap chemistry gives an automatic snap jump to the player when using a blitzing player on the line of scrimmage. So we're going to test it out to see if the secure pass blocker negates that, or if we're still able to get the snap jump at the same time. So we're going to take a look at some video. So we're going to use Villanueva as a baseline to see how tackles with around 91 pass block fare against user pass rushers. As you can see here on these first two snaps, Olivier Vernon gets through on the first move pretty quickly, but on the next two, Villanueva holds him up and he blocks him and doesn't let him get through. And that's how Villanueva fared against the user defenders who didn't have jump to snap. It was about 50-50. Half the time he would let them through, and the other half of the time he would block them. But as you're going to see in the next clip, it's a completely different story when it comes to using someone like Cameron Wake who has jumped to snap. We ran Cameron Wake against Villanueva about 6 to 7 times, and he got through every single time. I mean, without fail on the first move, he got through, and I guess that kind of confirms that jump to snap is definitely useful and kind of overpowered when it comes to using a defensive line player. I think the reason why it isn't more popular is because not a lot of players use a defensive lineman, but it's definitely effective. Now we're going to get into immediate things. Here's the secure pass blocker, Jake Long against Olivier Vernon. What you saw was him hold up the block, but what you didn't see, because I was on the offensive side, was that the Olivier Vernon user, he's a Reddit user who helped me with this lab in session. His name is UActive2Way. What he said was that every single time that he tried to jump to snap, it would be a late jump off the snap and that he would delay. You see right there, he doesn't get off the ball right away. Every single time against a secure pass blocker, when he uses the defender, it was he get a late jump off the ball and he was slow to get to the tackle. And then when he got to the tackle, as you can see right there, he held him up pretty well. Now this is the CPU going against the left tackle Jake Long with secure pass blocker. He gets a better push than the user did, but you can see that he gets about 5 yards in the backfield and he gets stopped right there and he doesn't get to the QB. I think it's pretty impressive how well the secure pass blocker holds up against defensive linemen. Now here is the Jerry Hughes with 92 finesse move. As you can see here again, it's a late jump off the ball and then he gets held up and blocked and he's not able to get any further. I think this pretty much confirms that against CPU defenders who at least don't have jump to snap, that they're going to have a harder time to get to the quarterback because they're going to get a slow release off the line. Now this right here is showing you how he blocks the edge when someone gets around him because they're faster than him like that. It looks like they're going to break through it first and then he holds on to him just a little bit longer and pulls him down. Now here's what surprised me was that Cameron Wake still got through the secure pass blocker when you used him using the jump to snap chemistry. I mean, I thought at least Jake Long would hold up just a little bit, but nope. I thought maybe the secure pass blocker would negate the jump to snap user and be able to hold him and stop him at the line of scrimmage, but he didn't. I think he held him one time, but before Cameron Wake got through on the first power move, and that was about it. And we ran it about 10 times. And when it comes to timing the snap, Cameron Wake still got a perfect rating even though he was going against the American Dragon with secure pass block. Even though we've seen that secure pass block is supposed to guarantee a late release off the line against the user, Cameron Wake still got through, and I think that user and the jump to snap defender is the key to success, because you can see here CPU Wake is going against Jake Long and he's not getting any pass rush like he did when he was user. So, coming to conclusion, the secure pass blocker trait slows down the jump to snap ability of the defender unless they have the jump to snap chemistry. So what that means is that they're gonna always get a late release off the line of scrimmage when the ball is snapped, and that means that they're gonna be slow to get to the left tackle, and then once they get to the left tackle, the secure pass or blocker trait is going to really give the defender a nice hug, and it's going to hold them there a second before they can start using their pass rushing moves. And in total, that gives you about 1 to 2 extra seconds in the pocket, which I think is very valuable. I mean, most players get the ball out of their hands in a second or two, so it's doubling the amount of time that you can get in the pocket from that left edge, and any extra time you get in the pocket is valuable. So when looking at the defenders that an opponent can use to negate the secure pass blocker trait, there's a couple out there, but there isn't that many. There's this set piece 85 overall right outside linebacker Lawrence Taylor that someone can use. Then the next one for the left tackle side anyway is the right end Robert Quinn. So in order to get someone of value who can use the jump to snap chemistry against the left tackle, you're going to have to spend a minimum 120k, and you have to be someone who uses the defensive lineman, which I don't think there's that many people out there who use the defensive lineman to success. I mean, it's easy to probably double team that player right there if you see that someone's using the jump to snap chemistry against you. There's also a right outside linebacker Robert Mathis, and there's the Lawrence Taylor. So you're going to have to spend definitely over 100,000 coins to use the jump to snap chemistry in order to defeat someone who has a secure blocker trait. And I don't see that many people using a pass rusher that often anyway. But if you do have someone with jump to snap chemistry and you see that someone has a secure pass blocker, you can use it to get past them anyway. Well, that's it for this video. If you like the content, please like, favorite, and subscribe. And if you don't have to. See you around next time. Peace.